Welcome. Today I'm going to be telling a story, but first, before I do that, I have a guest with me. It's the same guest I've always had. You know his name. I don't have to introduce him. Say hi. Okay, shout your channel out if you want, I guess.
I never touch it.
Yeah, you never touch it. That's funny.
Keep respawning from people.
So my story goes, it's not one of my most fun, it's not one of my most adventurous stories, but I guess I don't know, it's kind of just one of those stories. Now, I was really specific there. Anyway, okay, I gotta tell it before this game's over. So basically, one day,
Tell the story.
one day I got back from baseball when I used to play baseball, and my mom used to always buy me a Gatorade after, just about. And she used to buy me like, I don't know what size to call them, but they're not small Gatorades, and they're not like the medium ones. They're like the fat, I guess, large Gatorade bottles. And I even remember what flavor she got me too. She got me a grape one. And inside of it, there's this weird stuff we found when we got home. And I told her about it, and she was like, nah, that's nothing. And my mom, I told my mom about it, and she was like, at first she was like, oh man, that's probably just something else. It's nothing too spooked to be about. Nothing too, what am I trying to say? She was basically like, I don't give a fuck. And I was like, okay, mom. And eventually she was convinced that I somehow convinced her that it was actually a thing. And we called Gatorade, I believe, or we might have sent them a letter or something, or maybe an email with a picture attachment. Yeah, I think it was an email actually. And they gave us a free Gatorade. End of story.
They give you one.
Yeah, they basically gave us like the same flavor back without no shit.
You can tell the story this time. I thought it took a whole right?
Oh, okay, yeah. So second Gatorade story, Kyle's Adventures with Gatorade. That would be a good title for this video, Kyle's Adventures with Gatorade. So the second one, I was walking back when Pokemon Go came out last year. Russ came to my house this summer, and we decided, we were like, hey, you know what? We're gonna go for a walk right now. We're getting a head start. We're gonna get ahead of the crowd. We're gonna be the best Pokemon Go players ever. And most of my viewers are local, so they know what park I'm talking about. But the park across from Billinghurst Middle School, we were walking down into that suburb. I think it's God, I should know it. Isn't it Armstrong or? It's not Armstrong. What the fuck is it?
I don't even remember.
Oh, Ambassador. Down on Ambassador. Walking by that park, kept going down that street. We saw a bush, and in that bush was this full thing of Gatorade. And so, yeah, it was like a blue Gatorade color, and I took it home. And Russ was like, "Dude, you shouldn't drink that." And I was like, okay, I'll drink it. I went home, refrigerated it, and I drank it. End of story. Have a good day. Bye. Yeah, just continuing it.
Where did we leave off?
Where did we leave off? Oh, I basically just ended it, but okay, audience, I come back to that story. We're revisiting the story. Okay, so back to the story. I drank it, but way before that, when we found it, my friend just reminded me of a detail that I totally forgot about, but I said if I was gonna let my cat sniff it, and if he sniffed anything back, if he backed away from it, it wasn't good.
Did you actually do that?
Did I make him sniff it? Let me think.
If you did, you didn't say anything.
Well, first of all, I didn't get sick, obviously, because I'm still here, so it's okay. The Gatorade is fine. It did kind of taste funky, but it wasn't like It didn't taste like bad funky, it was just funky, like it's been out in the sun funky, which I'm used to. And yeah, I took it home and I let my cat sniff it, and he didn't back away from it or anything, and for like a good minute or so, and so I drank it, and that's how I knew. Even though I do not recommend that to test something. That was just me being me and saying, oh, this makes sense, but in hindsight, there was no science to back that up. Absolutely no science to back that up. I was just being like, hey, I'll just let my cats test it.
If they drink it and they don't die.
If they drink it and they don't die, which I was not going to test, because that would make my mom very mad. She figured that out. Fuck, I'm hungry, dude. I might as well order chicken wings for dinner or something. I don't know.
With the Gatorade.
Yeah, with some blue Gatorade. God, what's Gatorade doing now? Did they add anything new since last I started? Because I don't really drink Gatorade anymore.
I don't know. I used to like Gatorade, like basically twisted. They never have anything.
Yeah, like they used to serve in Billinghurst lunchroom, but they got rid of because they were like, nah, Gatorades are bad for them. Even though my high school has a fucking vending machine with Coke in it. That's like Coke and lemonade and shit. My middle school is like, we're serving them zero Gatorade. No. That's gonna make them fat, duh. Yeah, my high school is like, hey, you know what? We have a Coke machine in our fucking little cafeteria section. I've never used it before. I wonder if it's actually stocked in or it's just tricking me.
Yep, nothing about flavor.
Oh yeah. I see what you mean. That's what we used to have, but they were cool and decided to put back that the bad drinks. Can't believe I called them bad drinks. I don't know what to call them. Fuck, sodas? They put back the sodas.
Sodas are there. Yeah, they're right.
It's really good after you come out of a class that just made you really tired, like you just watched a fucking movie about the Revolutionary War, wink wink.
It's too good. Just come out. Oh, we're not there. Yeah. Always so hard.
I'm talking to my mom about getting me my license, so I'm not going to be able to. Sneaking is disabled, what?
Sneaking is disabled.
Okay, that's going to end the video here, folks. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Say bye, Russ.
Oh,
Bye.